memory books are a valuable item in dementia units, but there are some specific considerations. If the memory book is kept in the dementia resident's room, it's best really that it's a photocopy, because they can get lost, get torn, get misplaced. The original can be kept at the nurse's station for staff to view, but in the actual dementia resident's room, just in case something happens to it, it's better to have a photocopy. Now, there's many uses for memory books in dementia facilities. The carer, of course, can go through it and engage with the dementia resident. Other dementia residents can also get to know about the person through the memory book if the activities coordinator uses that memory book at an introductions workshop, which is very valuable because dementia residents love to get to know other dementia residents and their life history. And a memory book is a great way to pass around and show people the pictures and all the events and activities, the key events that have happened in that person's life. Now, another really good way of being able to access memory books is, of course, it's good to be able to sit down, say, with your mother and father and flick through it and reminisce, especially if you've been part of the family unit and you can refer to the photos and know about the background of the photos. And so you can stimulate conversation and recognition for the person that's accessing their memories through it. But also another way to be able to include dementia residents in the memory book facilitation is, for example, if it's a memory book of your father's memory book, and it's got the pictures of his first favourite cars, whether it was Zephyr or a Mercedes-Benz, an old Mercedes-Benz, or whatever the car was, and it's got a beautiful big photo of him proudly standing by his first car, or his line of cars, whatever. Maybe he had 5, 6 cars in his life, and there's a big photo of every car with him standing by it. Fabulous. So taking that to the dining room, going through the photos of the cars with your father will no doubt attract other men to come and have a look, other dementia residents, male dementia residents, which is very good for engagement, because it can be quite difficult for male dementia residents to befriend each other and create friendships, but they do converse around a table when anything to do with cars and racehorses mainly, sometimes tractors and boats, but cars and racehorses are the big one. So if you can talk to the other men about Dad's favourite Volkswagen, his first car, and often it will generate conversation in the other men about their first car, and you can encourage that. What was your first car, and what did you enjoy? What sort of car would you have liked? What sort of car did you manage to get? How long did it take you to save for it? Where did you go in the car? Did you go on big trips, etc.? Then if you can stimulate that conversation about cars with the men, what happens is that automatically it starts to engage some sort of liaison and friendly feelings and friendship with the men at the table. It's a way of being able to facilitate friendship through these memory albums and a topic of interest to them. That's the main thing. Now, cars are of interest to most men, so the photos are there of the cars so they can discuss that, and then through that process they can experience friendly feelings with each other and create friendship from there. It's really important to find topics for men to be able to engage with each other, because they don't engage as easily with each other as the women do. Women befriend each other much more easily in dementia units than men do. So any opportunity to be able to bring up a topic of relevance and interest to them, to create friendship and friendly liaison, is really important. And these memory books with the cars and the racehorses and the boats especially, and the farms, especially if there's farmers there at the unit, is the best way of being able to facilitate conversation in dementia units. Now, with these memory books, it's a process of encouraging conversation rather than quizzing. It's not quizzing. That will just put the dementia resident, if they feel quizzed and challenged, they'll shut down. They just need to be quietly encouraged. And if you know the background of the photo, especially if you have been part of that, then you can facilitate conversation and encourage them to come out with information. Now, if they discuss about the car and they're giving incorrect information, it does not matter. It is information about a car, and that's all that's needed. So not to challenge, not to correct, just encourage and facilitate and praise. And in that way, a lot can happen through this wonderful medium of the memory book. So these are ways to be able to facilitate memories in memory books. And, you know, for men as well, you can, if the man enjoyed music, you can put in, you know, his favourite scores of music, him playing the piano, the theatre he used to go to, favourite concerts that he's been to, maybe theatre shows that he's been to. There's always flyers of that around. Maybe, you know, if he's been to Sydney and he's enjoyed the shows there, then, you know, they can just all be put in the book and headlined. And it's a great way of being able to facilitate memories of favourite shows that you've been to. Okay, My Fair Lady and such like. So here's the books I've written. The Resident's Voice and The Resident's Rise, both from a dementia unit. And they're on Amazon, both the ebook, the hard copy and the soft copy, and on my website, pietavalentine.com. Thank you for your interest and your likes and all your comments. Please subscribe. I appreciate it.